All right, everybody, it's me, David Griffin. I'm back. I just wanted to give a brief overview of a little piece of kit, a little piece of gear that I use that has been helpful and phenomenal in some ways to help with a lot of my lighting needs. One of the main things we deal with when you're dealing with cinematography is you have to deal with a motivational source or a reason and a way to give your main light a purpose. For example, if you walked into a room, you wouldn't just start throwing main lights up if you're doing a narrative project that you want to look more natural. What you're going to do is you're going to find lights that are already present. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take and set your main lights in some type of way around it using the light generated by the accenting lights in order to motivate it, to give it a reason. Motivating lights. And that's where the product I'm talking about today comes in, the Aputure B7c. Now, this light is unique in the fact that there are not many lights that fit in an E27 socket, not like this. But that's not its main parlor trick. As you can see, it runs on battery. This light does not function as a main light, but it's better as an accenting light, meaning this light is used to assist or create motivation for your other lights. Now, one of the other tricks with this light is when you take the Sidus Link app here and you connect your lights to the Sidus Link, you can do things. For example, you can change the Kelvin temperature, the colors, the white balance is what I'm talking about, or the actual colors itself. So for example, right now we're at 3200 Kelvin, but let's bring this light all the way down to its lowest, 2000 Kelvin. Very, very deep orange. Standard color, 5600 Kelvin. You see the difference? We're at 3200, 56. But you can go much further with the Sidus Link app. In fact, with the Sidus Link app, you can color this all the way up to 10,000 Kelvin. But that's not its only trick that this light can do. As you can see, this light can do multiple colors. So imagine those projects where what you're trying to do is you're trying to create an ambiance and it revolves around colors. That's where this light comes in. In fact, that's not its only trick. This light, you have things like party lights. You have things like cop car. You have things like fire, like candlelit fire. You have pulsing, where it's just simulating different lights going off and on, which is in this case is a single color. You also have the TV effect. So imagine all the projects you can do that you could use these features. Now, this is not the only light on the planet that can do this. Certainly not. There's many lights that can do this. But what I give this light credit for is that when it does these party tricks, it does them with a real simple, easy way. And that easy way is because of the Sidus Link app. There's not many apps that work as functional as this is. So with a light like this, one of the things you want to keep in mind is it is not a main light. It is not meant for that. It is not that strong. It shouldn't be used as a main light. Some people can, yes. You can actually rig this in a China ball and you can hang this overhead and create a mood for a room. Now that's excellent. Would I do it? It depends. Now, if you're the light level, for example, right now, these lights don't seem that bright. But, well, you got to remember, we're in broad daylight. So in broad daylight, of course, a 7-watt light is not going to be that strong. But at night, that's when these lights shine. Or in dim light, these lights shine. One of the features that I love best is the fact that it's battery powered. Because it's battery powered, it can go with you wherever you need. Another thing that I like is when it's battery powered like this, you may not have access to all the colors, but you can change the white balance, as you can see. And that's very useful. Let's say you're out and you just need a light to match this color Kelvin temperature or that color Kelvin temperature. You can get very close, if not dead on, with the built-in colors that it has, like this. And at full power, this light will run for approximately 70 minutes. Me, myself, I don't see myself using this at full power. But, hey, you never know what the situation is. It could happen. But at lower power, you can get a lot more time with this light. A whole lot more. The only gripes I would definitely say I have about this light are its weight. I'm sure, because of technology right now, you can't do anything about its weight. It's a lot heavier than a standard bulb, a lot heavier. But that's to be expected for a light that can do something like this. Secondly, it gets very hot. After a while, it's actually pretty hot to the touch. But that's the price you pay to have a light that can do what this can do. And if you run it at lower powers, they almost never get hot. Lastly, it's not waterproof. I guess I can't ask for everything. You gotta allow room for heat to dissipate in a light like this, an LED. LED technology is getting there, but it still has to deal with heat just like anything else. And in this case, they can't make it waterproof. In fact, if you look around the grill, you can actually see the electronics and wiring of the unit inside. But that still never gets in the way. Other than that, I would just tell you guys, if you wanted a small accent light that you could use to motivate your main light, these are an excellent solution. A lot of people would say, go with the Philips Hue. Well, the Philips Hue doesn't give you the same things that this light does. It just doesn't. If you look at it feature for feature, and I'll leave that for you guys to research, you'll see that this is probably the most advanced smart bulb that there is, but it's made for filmmakers. So there are some things about this light that the Philips Hue bulb cannot and will not do. All right, guys, that's been my take. Appreciate you sticking around, but if you came this far, appreciate it. But hit that subscribe button, you guys. As for one of the tools that I would definitely recommend people to use, an Aputure B7c, until something or somebody comes out with something a little better. But for right now, it's a good pick, you guys. All right, y'all. David Griffin. I'm out of here. You hear the song? All right. I'm glad I just redid it over. So, all right, guys. That's been my take.
Alexa off. Alexa off.